Hey guys, welcome back to another cooking video with my crazy big black family on YouTube. Guys, get subscribed. So what I'm doing is I'm making some stewed hamburgers and homemade gravy. What I did is I just poured the hamburger grease off of the hamburgers into my pan, which I'm going to be using that pan for my gravy base to go in. So I'm just making sure those hamburgers are. I made me some cheesy grits, guys, and this is what I am doing. I'm making some cheesy grits with some, like I said, stewed hamburgers and gravy. And now I'm cutting up some onions. I'm adding it to the hamburger grease that I poured inside this pan. I'm using that because, as you know, the hamburgers have a little seasoning in it. You don't really have to season this, but I am going to add a little salt to it because one thing I learned is the more you add, the more you got to season. So what I did was I put the onions in here, and I'm just going to mix these onions up, stir fry the onions up really, really good into the hamburger grease. And then what I do is kind of what I learned from my mother. Let me check my grits. They're still not like I like them, so I'm going to add a little bit of water and milk to these grits. And then I'm going to add my flour to my hamburger and gravy mixture. And now flour is how you make a roux slash gravy. You add a little bit of flour to whatever grease is in your pan. And right now we're using the hamburger grease. You're going to mix that up really, really good with your onions. You can put green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, whatever you want, add it to there as well. And now what I learned from my mom was to put the hamburgers or steak or whatever it is that you're making your gravy or roux with inside before you add your water or your broth. Some people make their gravy with broth, but I use just regular water to, you know, to make the gravy. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just mixing up my hamburgers in my little mixture that I'm going to be having for in my roux slash gravy. And look at, pour on the water, bring it, and look at that. Now these onions, let's not look at the onions so much, guys. They got a little bit of brown than I wanted. Aside the onions, you know it's still gonna bake for a bomb, a comfort morning for my husband. He just getting off work, and imagine coming home to some cheesy grits, stewed hamburger and gravy and onions. Are you kidding me? Like I said, little brown onions aside, you wouldn't imagine coming off work to that kind of meal after working hard overnight and doing a hard job. So this is for you and for all the people out there that work overnight. And so it wasn't, you know, I'm gonna add a little bit more water just so I can have a nice amount of gravy, because you can have gravy, you can sop it up in a biscuit, you can sop it up with cornbread, but we're gonna be sopping it up with our grits today, guys. And look at that, I'm gonna mix up my gravy mixture just to get it thickened, and look at my meal. Voila, comfort food at its finest. Let's go.